This is the story from the Bible that we call Daniel and the Lions. Daniel was an important man. He was one of 3 ministers chosen by the king to help him rule the land. Daniel worked hard, and soon he became the king's favourite minister. And so, one day, the king decided to put Daniel in charge of everyone. The other 2 ministers were very cross. "Why should Daniel be more important than us?" they grumbled. "He's not even from this land," whispered one. "And he only praises his own God," whispered the other. And so together they came up with a plan to get rid of him. The 2 ministers went to see the king. "Oh, king, you are so great," they cried. "Make a law saying that everyone should praise only you for 30 days. The king liked to be praised, so he listened to them. "And whoever breaks the law must be thrown into the lion's den," they said. The king agreed to make it the law. And so for 30 days everyone praised the king. But Daniel went home, knelt at the window and praised God, just as he always did. The 2 wicked ministers were spying on Daniel, and as soon as they saw him praising God, they went straight to tell the king. "Oh, king, you are so great," they cried. "Daniel has been praising his God, and he has broken the law." When the king heard this, he was very sad. "Whoever breaks the law must be thrown into the lion's den," they said. "The law is the law," sighed the king, and so Daniel was lowered down into the den. The lions sniffed and snarled beneath him. The king looked down into the den. "I hope your God takes care of you, Daniel," he called sadly. A big rock was rolled over the den, so there was no escape, and Daniel sat in the gloomy den and the lions circled around him. But then an angel appeared, and the lions began to calm down. Meanwhile, the king went back to his palace. He couldn't eat. He couldn't work. He couldn't even sleep. All night long he tossed and turned in his bed, wondering what was happening to Daniel. The next morning, as soon as the sun came up, the king hurried to the lion's den and gave orders to roll back the stone. "Daniel," he cried, "has God saved you from the lions?" "Oh, king, you are so great," called Daniel. "God sent an angel to tame the lions. I am safe." The king was so happy as Daniel was lifted from the den. There wasn't a mark on him anywhere. And so the king made a new law. From that time on, everyone in the land should worship God. God's law is the law, he said. And as for those 2 wicked ministers, well, I wonder what became of them.